Croup, also known as larynotracheobronchitis, is usually a self-limiting upper airway viral infection. As the name suggests, there is an inflammatory response occurring in the larynx and trachea, causing upper airway obstruction. Now, this leads to the characteristic features of croup: a hoarse voice, barking cough, inspiratory stridor, and increased work of breathing. Croup is the most common infectious cause of airway obstruction in children, usually between 6 months to 3 years of age, and is more common in boys than in girls. The most common cause of croup are the parainfluenza virus 1 and 2. Respiratory syncytial virus is another cause of croup. Respiratory syncytial virus is the main cause of bronchiolitis. Although acute viral infections are the most common cause of croup, bacterial and atypical agents have also been identified. The respiratory tract begins with the nasal cavity and the oral cavity. Oxygen inhaled travels through this area, the pharynx, the larynx, and then towards the lower respiratory tract. The lower respiratory tract begins with the trachea. The trachea bifurcates into the bronchi and then smaller bronchi and then bronchioles before terminating as an alveolus. The larynx is also known as the voice box. It has many functions including phonation, the cough reflex, and protection of the lower respiratory tract. In croup, the larynx, trachea, and bronchi are inflamed. That is why croup is called larynotracheobronchitis. The pathophysiology typically begins with an upper respiratory tract infection over a few days, low-grade fevers, and coryza. After a few days, the parainfluenza virus will infiltrate the larynx and the trachea, causing an inflammatory reaction. It infiltrates the cells in this area, causing an increased infiltration of actual white blood cells to the area, which will lead to pain and edema. The swelling results in partial airway obstruction, which, when significant, results in dramatically increased work of breathing and the characteristic turbulent, noisy airflow known as stridor. Stridor is mainly heard in inspiration because the pressure in this area drops below atmospheric pressure, causing collapse of the airway, resulting in further turbulent flow or air through this narrow airway. In summary, viral croup develops over days with an upper respiratory tract infection with low-grade fever and coryza, and this is followed by a barking cough and various degrees of respiratory distress. In most children, the symptoms subside quickly with resolution of the cough within 2 days. Croup is the clinical syndrome of hoarse voice, barking cough, inspiratory stridor, and respiratory distress. Croup can be classified into mild, moderate, or severe depending on clinical presentation. If the child presents cyanosed with decreased level of consciousness, this is life-threatening and immediate resuscitation is warranted. There needs to be oxygen and nebulized adrenaline to help reduce the swelling in the respiratory tract. Mild croup typically has a barking cough without inspiratory stridor. Moderate croup presents with increased respiratory effort and resting stridor. Increased respiratory effort can be identified with signs including a tracheal tug and intercostal recessions. The child is still alert and active. A single dose of steroids such as dexamethasone is recommended in all patients with croup, including those with mild disease who present to the hospital. Moderate disease requires steroids or nebulized adrenaline if steroids are not tolerated. Severe airway obstruction have all the signs and symptoms I mentioned earlier. The stridor is persisting and the child is usually very apathetic or restless. There is marked tracheal tug and chest wall recession. Severe stridor requires oxygen most likely, steroids and nebulized adrenaline to open up the airways. Soft stridor, irritability, tachycardia, pallor indicates imminent airway obstruction. It's important to monitor children with croup. If there is no improvement, consider alternative diagnosis. Differential diagnoses for croup include an inhaled foreign body, congenital abnormalities, epiglottitis, bacterial tracheitis, and even anaphylaxis. Croup is a clinical diagnosis. Essentials for diagnosis are gradual onset of symptoms, barking cough, and stridor. Rarely investigations are warranted. If an X-ray is performed, there is the steeple sign. The steeple sign is a radiological sign found on a frontal neck radiograph, where subglottic tracheal narrowing produces the shape of a church steeple within the trachea itself. Some children may have many episodes of croup, and these children might be otherwise well, and the croup will settle really quickly. This is probably called a spasmodic croup. Spasmodic croup comes on rapidly overnight in children who are perfectly well when they went to sleep. Spasmodic croup often runs a shorter course and is usually associated with asthma and atopy.